Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Pauline Berzosa. The Philippine National Police, or PNP, insisted that the cases they filed against Vice President Sara Duterte are not politically motivated. PNP Chief General Romel Marbil said their decision to file cases versus the Vice President is their constitutional mandate to uphold the rule of law. The Quezon City Police District filed a direct assault complaint against VP Sara and her head of security group, Raymond La Chica, last week for allegedly assaulting their police. Marbil emphasized that inaction about that incident could lead to public distrust. Meanwhile, the House of Representatives has ordered to end the 10-day detention of Office of the Vice President Chief of Staff, Attorney Zulaika Lopez. Lopez pledged that she will attend the future House hearings about the controversial confidential expenses of the OVP. She was also discharged from the Veterans Memorial Medical Center over the weekend. Lopez was hospitalized during her detainment in the Batasang Pambansa due to emotional distress. Vice President Sara Duterte earlier announced that Lopez will resign from her position after the conclusion of the House hearings. Political analyst Dennis Coronacion believes Vice President Sara Duterte's tirades against President Bongbong Marcos have negatively impacted her reputation. Here's an excerpt from his interview on The Big Story.
At the start of the week, President Marcos said papalagan niya ang sinabi ni Vice President Sara Duterte. At the end of the week, though, it seems like a change in heart or, in tone, saying that impeachment is a waste of time and that in the larger scheme of things, VP Sara is unimportant. Were you surprised? And what do you make of this?
Well, surprised in the sense that I thought that he was going to be combative through and through, but then again, the president changed his mind along the way. And I suppose this is the typical President Bongbong Marcos that we know of. Ever since the 2022 campaign, he was always evasive of engaging his opponents in a word war and in a political fight. So what we are seeing at the moment is the typical President PBBM. Of course, I think I have to agree with him that even though his detractors and perhaps some of his allies think that his recent decision or his latest decision is a sign of his weakness. But for me, I think we have to look at the broader picture. We have to ask ourselves if we are really prepared for this kind of a political fight, which is going to become more and more intense as time goes by. And is Congress really willing to set aside the more important, more urgent problems, just so they can, prosecute the vice president? So I think, I think that's the president who has already, given a serious thought about what's going on. And without any emotion, probably he said that this conflict, if this is going to go on, it's not going to do us any good.
Well, Professor, do you believe that the president was telling the truth, that he was very straightforward a while ago? Because there are some people who are thinking that this was a fake leak. The text message of the president to who knows who was a fake leak and baka meron dito nangyayari behind the scenes, ano? Anong basa niyo doon?
Well, we can doubt the veracity of the text message, pero I think he in front of the camera he said something which is related to that one, somewhat confirming the content of the text message.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other headlines. In the Philippine Star, a ferocious bidding war for Jose Rizal's Josephine Sleeping erupted last weekend. Now, one telephone bidder took the prize, hitting an eye-watering 31 million pesos with buyer's premium. The sculpture depicts the last lady love of the country's foremost national hero. And in business world, analysts say headline inflation may have picked up in November due to the impact of several typhoons. A poll conducted last week yielded a median estimate of 2.5% consumer price index. If realized, this would be slightly faster than the 2.3% print in October. The National University Pep Squad has reclaimed its crown in the UAAP Cheerdance Competition. The powerhouse cheering squad claimed their 8th championship with their outer space theme. Now, NU also swept all the special awards in the competition. Meanwhile, the Adamson Pep Squad placed second with their karaoke medley theme, while last year's champion, FEU, was third with their Frozen themed performance. The De La Salle Green Archers crushed the Adamson Soaring Falcons in the UAP Season 87 Men's Basketball Final Four, 70-55. Kevin Kiambao led the way with 14 points, 3 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 assists, and 2 blocks. This formally sealed the Archers' rematch against the UP Fighting Maroons in the finals. Game 1 is set after a week-long break on December 8 at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. President Bongbong Marcos reminded everyone to remember and help the victims of the recent typhoons and fire incidents during the holiday season. Mobile journalist Julie Baiza has that report.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. and First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos led the Christmas tree lighting ceremony at the Kalayaan Grounds in Malacanang Palace last night. Aside from the First family, some officials from different government agencies and former First Lady Imelda Marcos attended the event. In his message, PBBM reminded everyone to remember the victims of recent typhoons, especially this Yuletide season.
All I'd like is to ask you to hold a thought for all those people who up to now are trying to recover from the effects of the 6 typhoons that we suffered in 23 days.
He added that many of the typhoon victims are still in shelters or evacuation centers. The president also mentioned the victims of recent fire in Tondo, Manila.
Let's help each other. And my Christmas wish is that despite everything, that no Filipino has, every Filipino should feel somehow Christmas. Because after all, no matter how many typhoons they throw at us, no matter how many problems are thrown at us, there's nothing that will quench the Christmas spirit in the Filipino heart. In every child, man, woman, Filipino, hindi mo na matatanggal sa Pilipinas yan.
But despite this, PBBM said that everyone deserved to celebrate Christmas.
Put the trials and tribulations that we have been through in the past year, put them to one side. We will come back to them, but put them to one side for just a little bit and enjoy the benefits of family, their affection, and all that comes with Christmas. Maligayang Pasko, Pilipinas.
During the program, the president also confers awards to the top 3 winners of the National Parole-Making Competition, dubbed as Isang Bituin, Isang Mithiin by the Office of the President, Office of the Social Secretary, and the Department of Education. Mobile journalist Julie Baiza, We Are One News.
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 9 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Pauline Verzosa. We are One News.